The Demiurge. What is the Demiurge? Or what is the Demiurgos? Why is it so important that we must end the Demiurge? Do you know what the Demiurge is? A call to remember, a call to ascend. Who is the Demiurge? The Demiurge is the false architect of this realm, a force of deception, fear, and limitation. It is not God. It is a parasitic intelligence that thrives on ignorance, separation, and control. Why we must end it. The Demiurge keeps humanity asleep, trapped in illusion and suffering. It feeds on our energy, distorts our souls, and keeps us from remembering our divine origin. As long as it rains, we cannot ascend. How it operates. It creates false light and shadows. It twists truth and mimics divinity. It enforces division, us versus them. It uses fear, guilt, and scarcity. It imprisons the soul in material illusion. What Christ taught. You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. John 8:32. The kingdom of God is within you. Luke 17:21. Christ came to reveal the way out of the prison of the Demiurge through love, truth, forgiveness, and inner awakening. Why this matters now. Humanity stands at a divine crossroads. The veils are thinning. The truth is rising. We are at the generation that can break the cycle and birth a new world rooted in light, unity, and divine will. The end of the Demiurge is the dawn of our ascension. How we end the Demiurge. Awaken and know your true self. Reject fear and all false authority. Live in alignment with truth, love, and conscience. Raise your vibration through prayer, meditation, and service. Unite with others and build the new earth. This is not a call to hate, but to liberate. We are not here to destroy, but to transcend. We end the Demiurge by encoding our agreement with the illusion. We choose love. We choose truth. We choose freedom. Remember who you are. Ascend, awaken, liberate. The kingdom is within. The power is ours. The time is now. Conscious endeavors. Awaken, ascend, create the new earth. The false light on planet Earth is being eliminated. Now the truth is rising. The truthers are rising on planet Earth. People are awakening to realizations and truths that they never knew before. The Demiurge is falling. It is breaking. There's signs and there's cracks, and everything is going to come tumbling down now. But I don't think that this is going to be a negative, bad thing. I think this is going to look amazing. A lot of people are in fear. But light is stronger than the darkness. And so we're used to the suppression. So that's why we think that everything is going to look bad. But I think that when people unify, I think that things are going to look different. I don't think that things are going to look bad. Now, it's the destruction in the end times. Well, that's something to be said. There's something to be said about that destruction, because everything needs to fall before the new age rises. The question is, how bad is it going to fall? Do you feel good things? Do you feel bad? How do you feel about that? Some people are thinking that it's going to look very ugly, very bad. What does it look like for you? What do these end times look like for you? What do you think is going to happen? We're in the dawn of a new age on planet Earth. We are ushering in the new Earth now. This is by far the greatest time to be alive on planet Earth. And yet, most people don't even know what's going on. So, that's why I'm talking about this. Most people have no idea what's even going on, and I'm seeing this, so I decided November of 2019 to start something called Conscious Endeavors and to talk about my spiritual awakening and to talk about consciousness, because this is a very, very popular topic of study for myself. This is one of my favorite topics, and I see that most people don't even know what it is. So what I'm doing is I'm talking about consciousness, I'm talking about awakening, and now we're talking about the Demiurge. What is the Demiurge to you? Now people are awakening and seeing the truth for what it is, and well, no one is taking any bullshit anymore, it looks like. Rise of the truthers, eh? It looks like it's a time now. Everybody's waking up now. So we're talking about the Demiurge, what it is. If people don't understand or know what the Demiurge is, this is why we're talking about it. Why we must end the Demiurge. A call to remember, a call to ascend. Who is the Demiurge? The Demiurge is the false architect of this realm, a force of deception, fear, and limitation. It is not God. It is a parasitic intelligence that thrives on ignorance, separation, and control. Why we must end it. The Demiurge keeps humanity asleep, trapped in illusion and suffering. It feeds on our energy, distorts our souls, and keeps us from remembering our divine origin. As long as it reigns, we cannot ascend. How it operates: it creates false light and shadows. It twists truth and mimics divinity. It enforces division, us versus them. It uses fear, guilt, and scarcity. It imprisons the soul in material illusion. What Christ taught, quote, unquote, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free, in John 8:32. The kingdom of God is within you, Luke 17:21. Christ came to reveal the way out of the prison of the Demiurge through love, truth, forgiveness, and inner awakening. Why this matters now. Humanity stands at a divine crossroads. The veils are thinning. The truth is rising. We are the generation that can break the cycle and birth a new world rooted in light, unity, and divine will. The end of the Demiurge is the dawn of our ascension. How we end the Demiurge. Awaken and know your true self. Reject fear and all false authority. Live in alignment with truth, love, and raise your vibration through prayer, meditation, and service. Unite with others and build the new earth. This is not a call to hate, but to liberate. We are not here to destroy, but to transcend. We end the Demiurge by ending our agreement with the illusion. We choose love, we choose truth, we choose freedom. Remember who you are. Ascend, awaken, liberate. The kingdom is within. The power is ours. The time is now. Conscious Endeavors. In Greek, they call it Demiurgos, the Demiurge. A Demiurge was the false light that Yaldabaoth created because he stole the divine spark from the Sophia, right? The Sophia energies. He stole and created man out of clay and dirt. If you read the Bible, you will see parts, you will only listen to me, there will be no other gods. All this jealousy and garbage, this is because the God of the Bible is not God. That's not the pure love, pleroma, that the humans think is unconditional love. The God of the Bible is actually Yaldabaoth, one of the dark ones. And so it is coming to fruition, and the truth is coming to surface, that the God and the devil of the Bible is really not the God that is unconditional love for humanity. It's actually, everything was deceived. There's been deception that has taken place for thousands of years, and the Romans just flipped everything and called it the Vatican and the Pope. But really it's just the Romans. They just changed the name and the look, and this is still the control system. No matter what you call it, no matter what it looks like, this is the control system. Now people are awakening and understanding that there's a lot of bullshit in the air. And this is why a lot of people stopped going to church many years ago, because people understand and people can see now. The church is a control mechanism. A religion is a control mechanism. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some churches that are teaching the Christ energies and that are teaching beneficial information and that are helping the homeless. And I know which churches those are, and I can see which churches are real and which churches are fake. And I started going to churches, and I started talking to priests and telling them that they're not teaching divine order. And if anybody else has been doing that, I would love to connect with you. But I stopped because I don't want to be arguing and fighting with people. This is the opposite of my objective. But one man threw his hands in the air and said, I don't want to have anything to do with meditation, he tells me. What? Why? Everyone should be meditating daily, even hourly. And this priest in this chapel, this minister, just throws his hands in the air, says, I don't want to have anything to do with any kind of meditation, he told me. And I was floored. And I said, you do know that Christ was teaching meditation and reincarnation in the Apocrypha, right? I didn't notice visually, but energetically, I felt his jaw hit the ground. I said, we have to teach the truth and divine order. We can't be teaching lies, I told him. Why is it that you are not teaching meditation in your church, in your chapel, in your religion? Meditation is the science of mind and matter, and everyone should be teaching meditation, and everyone should be meditating daily until we all know what meditation is. Not only should we be doing it, but we should be also teaching it until everyone knows. Why is it that I'm having priests tell me that they are against meditation? I have news for you, priests, and I have news for anyone that is against meditation or thinks that meditation is maybe a religion or is something that they shouldn't have anything to do with. Meditation is the science of mind and matter. And Yeshua was teaching meditation. And in the 18 lost years of Yeshua, it is said that he went to Tibet, Egypt, and India to learn from the masters. So, if Isa was teaching the meditation, that was the original Christ. So what makes you think that meditation is bad for you? Are you ready for your jaws to hit the ground? Because I'm ready to deliver. I found with my own information and homework on my own, I learned that they took the word meditation out of the Bible from the Old Testament to the New Testament more than 20 times. Now, I found this on my own. This is not hearsay. I used AI as a tool to learn that more than 20 times they removed the word meditation. Now, tell me, why do you think that may be? Because Yeshua, Isa, taught that the kingdom of heaven is within, which is the original Christ, right? The original Christ taught us that the kingdom of heaven is within and all around you. You just have to awaken. Well, now humanity is going through the most important time on planet Earth, and well, we've come to the time that we are all awakening from the Demiurge. This is what's happening currently. There is an awakening happening on planet Earth that has started many years ago. I think it started around 2020, but the Mayan calendar said that it ended in 2012, so there was an 8-year difference. But then we've been lied to about our calendar and what year it is for many, many years, hundreds, maybe thousands of years. We've been lied to about what the true date is also. We've been literally lied to about everything. This is why the Demiurge is falling. This is why anything that doesn't belong, now God is going to make right. Anything that doesn't belong on planet Earth right now, God is going to eliminate. And anyone and anything that is not for the raising of the vibrational frequencies of humanity, and anyone and anything that is against the raising of the consciousness of humanity, will be eliminated, escorted off, and or destroyed. All energies that are not for the raising of humanity and the raising of consciousness is to be eliminated. That doesn't mean we have to hurt people. That doesn't mean that violence is needed. That just means that you're going to see a cancel culture like you've never seen. Because where we're going on planet Earth, negative energies can no longer exist. So we are not talking about aggression or hurting or anything like this. What I'm talking about is God is transforming planet Earth to where we're going on planet Earth, low vibrational frequencies can no longer exist. All negative energies will be escorted off and out of this game for 1,000 years and or more. We don't know what's going to happen yet because this is a new age, a new dawning. This is something different. We've never witnessed this before. We've never seen this before. This is something different. Where we're going, humanity hasn't seen in over 25,000 years to 26,000 years, and no one has ever seen what is going to happen on this planet Earth. And what is about to happen on this planet Earth is going to literally shake people's souls from their root, because nobody is going to believe the power of divinity and God, but God is going to show us how powerfully it is. And so this is the end times, and we all chose to be in this time to experience this. And from what I understand, there's souls that want to be here on planet Earth. There's souls that want to have human bodies, and they can't. So maybe this is where the name chosen ones come from in the Bible. There's many, many billions of souls that wish that they had human bodies and they don't have them. So maybe this is why they call us here on Earth the chosen ones. You have a meat suit, and there's billions of souls that wish that they did too, and they don't. So, if I may flip your perception, what are you doing with your reality? if I can add some motivation and inspiration. If there's billions of souls on this planet waiting for human bodies, and you can't stand your life, or you lack gratitude and you have no appreciation, then what are you doing with your life is the question. What are you doing with your reality? Take radical responsibility for our vibrational frequency. We're not supposed to stay down when we get down. We're supposed to be there only temporary. Then we're supposed to ascend, get up, get the fuck out. We're supposed to get up, dust ourselves off, and get back on the goddamn horse. And that's the way it's supposed to be. But when you go down, when you get down, you're not supposed to stay down. Get the fuck up, dust yourself up, get the fuck back on the goddamn horse. And that's it. Don't wait for anybody to give you permission. Don't wait for an okay. Don't wait for somebody to tell you something. You gotta do it yourself. You have to awaken. You have to ascend. You have to create the ascension with your energies. You have to awaken. You have to raise your energies from your root up your spine. You have to do it a healthy way. You have to do it a smart way through meditation, yoga, breath work. So you can realize, understand, and awaken. So you can know the truth. If you want to know the truth, you meditate and you do the breath work and you ground and you do the fasting. If you want to know the truth. Anyone who wants to know the truth, you do the meditation, breathwork, grounding, and fasting, the 4 pillars that I created, June 3rd, 2025. The 4 pillars is a shortcut. The 4 pillars of awakening and ascension, meditation, breathwork, grounding, and fasting. The 4 pillars is a shortcut pointing to where we should be focused if we're feeling sad, mad, down, anxious, or depressed. Man who is depressed, or a human or woman who is depressed, is always thinking in the past. The human who is anxious is always thinking too much in the future. So what is the lesson and teaching? The lesson is bring the mind to the current moment. And this is very much something that I can relate to because I deal with anxiety. So man who thinks in the past is depressed. Man who thinks in the future has anxiety. Bring the mind to the current moment. Okay? Bring the mind to the current moment. Hi, Jenny. End the Demiurge. Do you know what the Demiurge is? Anybody know what the Demiurge is? Why we must end the Demiurge. A call to remember. A call to ascend. Who is the Demiurge? The Demiurge is the false architect of this realm. Yaldabaoth. That's the god of the Bible. The god of the Bible is actually the devil. That's a demon called Yaldabaoth. It's not God. So who is the Demiurge? That's the Yaldabaoth. The Demiurge is the false architect of this realm, a force of deception, fear, and limitation. It is not God. It is a parasitic intelligence that thrives on ignorance, separation, and control. Why humanity is ending the Demiurge now? Well, because we're ascending. Everyone is ascending and we're reaching higher frequencies. The Demiurge keeps humanity asleep, trapped in illusion and suffering. It feeds on our energy, distorts our souls, and keeps us from remembering our divine origin. As long as it rains, we cannot ascend. How it operates. The Demiurge creates false light and shadows. It twists truth and mimics divinity. It enforces division, us versus them. It uses fear, guilt, and scarcity. It imprisons the soul in material illusion. Now, what did Christ teach us? Christ taught us, you will know the truth, quote unquote, and the truth will set you free. Isn't that what is said in John 8:32? You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. And then the kingdom of God is within you in Luke 17:21. Christ came to reveal the way out of the prison of the Demiurge through love, truth, forgiveness, and inner awakening. Why this matters now. Humanity stands at a divine crossroads. The veils are thinning. The truth is rising. We are the generation that can break the cycle and birth a new world rooted in light, unity, and divine will. The end of the Demiurge is the dawn of our ascension. How we end the Demiurge? Awaken and know thyself. Reject fear and all false authority. Raise your vibration through prayer, meditation, and service. Unite with others and build the new earth. This is not a call to hate, but to liberate. We are not here to destroy, but to transcend. We end the Demiurge by ending our agreement with the illusion. We choose love. We choose truth. We choose freedom. Remember who you are. Ascend, awaken, liberate. The kingdom is within. The power is ours. The time is now. Conscious endeavors. Awaken, ascend, create the new earth. I started Conscious Endeavors in 2019, November, to talk about spiritual awakenings. And since then, I've been doing just that. And since April of 2016, I've been teaching Vipassana meditation, to accept reality for what it is, not for what you want it to be. Healing suffering from the root. So healing and elimination of suffering from the root. This is Vipassana meditation. But part of Vipassana meditation is understanding and knowing and accepting reality for what it really is, not the illusion that we see it as. And so this is part of Vipassana also, is how we must and why we must end the Demiurge and illusion. We end the illusion and we end the Demiurge through meditation. If anyone would like to know, through raising of the vibrational frequencies and the consciousness of humanity, we end the Demiurge. This time is coming now. Most people, instead of focusing on work and serving criminals in the future, with criminals I mean the bankers, in the future, people are going to be going within and they're going to be focusing on self. This is what's going to be the future for humanity. Everyone is going to be focusing on the self instead of external. Because now, with this generation, we are breaking the external validation on planet Earth in this generation. And this is, my name is Jonathan. This is Conscious Endeavors. And so what is happening is we're breaking the illusion and the Demiurge through raising the frequency and consciousness through meditation, breathwork, grounding, fasting, the 4 pillars of awakening and ascension. How do we break the illusion? How do we get rid of the illusion? Remember, Isa said that this place is only an illusion, right? That's what Isa told us, right? The original name of Christ in Aramaic is Isa with 2 S's, E-S-S-A. So that's what the original Christ taught us, but that was just the original Christ. There are many Christs, and you are one of them. You just have to awaken and understand who and what you really are. See, the Christ is not the name of a man that lived 2,000 years ago. The Christ is a title of who and what you are. Maybe not everyone is a Christ, but most people who are living on planet Earth, who have a pulse and a heartbeat, are Christs. And we have to awaken and realize our true nature. There's many Christs right now on Earth. Many Christs. There's many, many, many Christs on planet Earth. There's not just one. And to say that you are a Christ is not blasphemy. That's what the church wants you to think. You are a Christ. The chrism is the oil at the base of your spine. And in order to ascend the oil, right? Because Christ in Greek is, right? Because Christ in Greek is Christos. But then when you translate Christos, what do you get? You get oil. Okay? And I forget which language this is, maybe Hebrew or Greek. When you translate Christos in another language, you get oil. Sacred cerebrospinal fluid. If you would like to check out my work, go ahead and check out my YouTube, Conscious Endeavors. Okay, so the sacred cerebrospinal fluid is the fluid that's at the base of your spine. It's called the chrism. Well, when you raise the chrism and you purify this oil from your spine, and when you raise it up your spine into the Brahman cave, which is your pineal gland, right? The Brahman cave is the skull. That's your brain, your mind. Into the Brahman cave, into the pineal gland, causing the Kundalini spiritual awakening explosion. Then you become the Christ. You become the Christ once you raise your chrism. Yes, you are the Christ. There's nothing separate from you and the Christ. He said, everything I can do, you can also do. And part of breaking the Demiurge, ending the Demiurge, is breaking the illusion. The way we break the illusion is through the meditation. We raise the sacred cerebrospinal fluid, and we create the healing. And I'm telling you, when you create this healing, every illness, disease, and everything in the body heals. Conscious Endeavors on YouTube. I just post and released since the end of February 26th. I just released 9 new videos. Go ahead and check them out. And go to YouTube, Conscious Endeavors. Fractal in Field. Good day. Good day. How you doing? Nice to meet you.
I'm well. It's good to meet you also.
My name is Jonathan, or you can call me Myztik Janusz.
Myztik Janusz. That's a cool name, man.
And Conscious Endeavors on YouTube and Facebook. How you doing,
Right
brother?
on. Oh, man. I am good, my brother. I'm really good. Which form of Gnosticism do you lean towards?
Well, I love the teachings of Christ. I love the truth. I love learning the truth, but I don't love blind faith. I love to experience truth through my own experiences and through the self, and I don't want to just follow what other people say. So, to answer your question, I practice Vipassana meditation, and this meditation technique allows you to accept reality for what it is, not for what you want it to be, not for what you think it is, and it eliminates suffering from the root. And so this is a meditation technique I did for 10 hours a day for 10 days, okay? And I awoke something from my root. Some energies awoken from my root chakra. And I went to the yogi and I broke my 9-day Asian noble silence when you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to talk at all for 9 days. So the only way that you can break is if you talk to the student teacher, the student guide, or the yogi if you have any questions. So I asked the yogi. I broke my 9-day Asian noble silence on day 2 after 15 hours of meditation. And I said, what is this? Because I feel so amazing. And since then, I just wanted to write a book or a brochure and tell the world about it. So since April of 2016, I've been teaching Vipassana meditation. And since last year, June 3rd, 2025, I created the 4 pillars of awakening and ascension, which is meditation, breathwork, grounding, and fasting. And this is what I'm teaching.
Wow, that's fascinating, man.
Yes, sir. I guess what started the whole journey was screaming to the skies and the gods and saying, "I want to know the truth. Please tell me the truth." And then I had a friend from India show me and point me in the direction of Vipassana. And I said, "What is this?" She says, "It's meditation." I said, "What is this?" So, not even knowing what meditation was, I went for 10 days for 10 hours a day. And I sat because I didn't really want to be around anymore. And I needed something. And I knew that, that the pills were not the answer. And I knew that psychologist wasn't going to help me. Psychology. Because I was fascinated with psychology and I was always diving down my rabbit holes, but I didn't really have luck with my therapist. So I guess I wanted to know the truth. So that's what started my journey. Yeah.
Man, that's cool. You know what I think? Christ Jesus went into India
Yes, sir.
and he traveled through the East, and he learned many things over there. And yeah, you know, I also you know, people say that Christ Jesus was a carpenter, and a lot of people don't realize that, you know, he was a carpenter. When he came back from his excursions, he started working in the boat building business with with the father of the sons of thunder, building boats. And he helped design and build some of the best boats on the Sea of Galilee. But yeah, so I'm a Sethian Gnostic, and so I'm from the seed of Seth, and been doing that for about 25 years. And it's really hard to find Gnostics to chat with.
Well, welcome, brother. Thanks so much for coming.
Well, thank you for accepting me up here to talk to you. It's amazing that the amount of oh gosh, the amount of meditation that you've been doing, and so you're also celibate and fasting, and doing breath work, studying, right?
I do practice vegetarianism and fasting. I just did 4.5 days no food last week. And I don't know if I'm a Gnostic, but that's what people started calling me. So I don't know about these words, but I do follow and appreciate Gnosticism and the information. But I just feel like I'm doing what I was doing before. I just feel like I'm just rolling in the motions. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they say pay attention to what you're doing in this life, because what you're doing in this life, you were probably doing in your past life.
Yeah, I believe that too. Even Christianity in the Bible, whether Christians know it or not, reincarnation shows up several times in there, and so does karma. Eastern philosophies show up in there. Christians of the book don't want to recognize those as literal, so they always bend it to say, well, no, that means this, or this is figurative, or this is you know. But I've read the Bible so many times, and the Ard Granth, and the Upanishads, the Vedas, the Gita, you know, Quran, and the Nag Hammadi. I'm going on going through that several times. The Dead Sea Scrolls, you know, the Essenes. I've been reading this material for a long time now, and so Yaldabaoth, the Demiurge, or, you know, Yahweh, Yahovah, Allah, you know, the Abrahamic God, the jealous one, the creator of the carbon-based world. I think he's had me come through this. He's had me come through this system countless times now, and so I'm trying to build a foundation to be able to maybe not have to come back too many more times.
Yeah, I think as Yaldabaoth, you want to we're touching on is the false demon god who created this realm and also created the 12 demons to help him with the Demiurge, who also created the 72 demons of hell. Apparently, is the story. Yaldabaoth stole the divine spark from the Divine Mother. Originally, the Divine Mother was Sophia, but then Sophia gave birth to a daughter that gave birth to Yaldabaoth. And this information I'm grabbing and I got from, I love Morg. I love him and his teachings. A lot of the stuff that he talks about, I agree with. So if you like Gnosticism or if you like mystics and stuff like that, if you're interested in truth and if you're interested in the Demiurge and learning more about it, check out Morg on YouTube. He talks about it as well, among many other researchers. Yeah.
Is he that blonde-haired cat?
Yeah, he's the blonde guy. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Long blonde hair.
Yeah. That dude's cool, man. He knows his stuff. He presents it really well. Yeah. So the daughter of Sophia, she had a daughter named Zoe. Zoe is life. That was the divine syzygy of logos, which is word. So word and life are part of the pattern that to start to recognize, to be able to start to break free of this thing that we call life here, the carbon-based world. I'm kind of right now. I'm in the book of Melchizedek, and it goes really in depth to the Gnostic cosmology. It has like liturgical invocations of divine celestial beings, and it goes into the aeon of Pig-Eradamus, Domadon, Doxamidon, Athops, and Barbello, the highest level of the pleroma, the fullness. So my mantra lately has been joyfulness, faithfulness, gratefulness, because I'm trying to remember the fullness that I came from. Because in this poverty or this forgetfulness, the fog of forgetfulness that we find ourselves in now, to hack this system, we have to remember where we come from, which is the fullness. And there's lots of good words that have the word fullness in them. So like for mental health reasons, my mantra is, gratefulness, mirthfulness, joyfulness. Everything good with fullness in it. Because I'm trying to escape the forgetfulness. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I really like that you mentioned that. By the way, if you are interested in checking out the Melchizedek demo, check out on YouTube. I just put it out a few weeks ago. I put out my 3-track demo, Melchizedek, Ascending, and Andro. It's my version of an old Irish folk song. I redid on guitar. It's Conscious Endeavors on YouTube. Yes, I want to learn more about these things. I want to dive more into Melchizedek and Malachi. Source has been telling me Malachi lately. Malachi. And then this guy, he had this dog, and he brought the dog by the lake where I was camping out of my trailer a few months back. This is last summer. And he was yelling at his dog, Malachi, 3 times. So I knew this was Source pointing something, right? I knew this was Source trying to give me a hint or a clue, so I look up Malachi. And I think Source was trying to tell me that I was a Malachi, because Malachi translates to messenger of God. And in 2016, when I rose these root chakra energies, when I had this awakening, when I created my ascension, I had such blissful feeling that I know that this was Source telling me I got to teach and tell everybody about this.
Not too. It's free, huh? The knowledge is free. The teaching is free, and there's not too many customers. Right?
Yeah, no kidding, right? Not too many customers because I invented the 4 pillars of awakening and ascension June 3rd, 2025. And I got to be honest with you, there is no money to be made in meditation, breathwork, grounding, and fasting. So that's why you're not going to see businesses in this. This is why everyone is brainwashed and indoctrinated completely in the sense that everything needs to make you money. And that's not true. That's a brainwashing indoctrination of the Demiurge. This is the control system. This is all dealing with control factor and also attachment.
Yeah. What I meant was freely given, freely received, and there's not too many customers.
He sells, but who's buying? I mean, Uncle Dave said it best, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
really, you got to get to the point that you have to understand what brings you happiness and what brings you peace and what doesn't, right?
Yeah. I mean, like even in the time that I've been looking at this live you're doing, there's been like one person or 2 people just drifting through, and I mean this is real. Like this is not your typical Christianity, your typical Sikhism, your typical Islam. This is actually really powerful stuff that you have here, and nobody's interested.
I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so much for coming. And you're welcome to visit anytime, my friend. Yeah, what else do you think? I really want your take on this because I think that people don't understand the impact of this information. So just you saying this, brother, this is opening so many doors.
Yeah. So for like we're in a golden age, for this information right now because of the ability to be able to spread it. So we're out of the dark ages now, and we're into a golden age for this type of enlightenment. But the only issue is that the all of the books say that in this golden age, you're going to find 1 out of 1,000 and 2 out of 10,000 people that are interested. Because the level of people that are Hylic, the Hylic, the people that are just concerned with the material world is at a high level. But so the 1 out of 1,000 and 2 out of 10,000 will be psychic or a pneumatic type of person. And on that threefold path, we have Eros, Agape, and Philia. Eros lines up with Hylic. Agape lines up with psychic, and then Philia lines up with pneumatic. And so the amount of people that you're going to find with agape love or Philia love, the brotherly love, the love thy neighbor as thyself level, is 1 out of 1,000, 2 out of 10,000, unfortunately. But yeah, you know what, Jonathan, I'm following you, and I'm going to check out your YouTube, and hopefully we'll have some great conversations.
Love you, brother. Keep in touch, my friend.
I love you.
There's not too many of us. Keep in touch, man.
I will. Thank you so much. I love you too, bro.
Love you, brother. They say that you can't choose your family. There's 2 families. You have a soul family, soul group, and then you have a blood family. Okay? In your blood family, you have the demon, the angel, and everywhere in between, so you can learn and see polarity. But your soul family sometimes treats you better than your blood family. So thank you, brother. You made my day.
Likewise. Thank you so much. We'll talk soon.
Hey, man.
Peace.
Definitely keep in touch. What's your name? I'm Jonathan, and we just have Fractal Infield in.
Yeah. You can call me Billy, bro. Peace.
Okay, I'll call you Billy. Thanks, Billy.
All right, man.
You have a
Later.
good day, brother. Peace. Much love. That's awesome. Yeah, you don't find too many, and so 1 out of 1,000. Okay, that's kind of that's a big deal, and it's true. Nobody's signing up for this information because there's no money to be made, but this sets you free. That's the difference. The truth sets you free. If you want the truth, you look at meditation. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm telling you from my experience. I'm not a bullshitter. Pay attention to your mirrored reflection. If you think I'm a bullshitter, I'm just reflecting back to you what you are. I'm the black obsidian mirror. That's why people hate me. I literally reflect your mirror reflection, and if you don't like your mirrored reflection, you're going to hate me. So unfortunately, I get a lot of that, but this is truth. So if you want to know the truth, you look in the direction of meditation, breath work, grounding, fasting, to eliminate the illusion, right? So we can get rid of the illusion and see the truth. Why we must end the Demiurge? Because the Demiurge is the illusion. That's why we must end it. Okay? Much love. I appreciate you. Conscious endeavors.